Welcome back to the second part of this wonderful drawing we're going to do of the fox, this menacing fox. So we started off by doing a line drawing, and then, in fact, I'm going to show you. Okay, I'll show you. So we started off making this line drawing here, here, and you can see here, this was the line drawing we made. Picking out the dark and light, high contrasting tones, zooming in as well when we're doing it, especially the foliage at the front, and then also the eyes of the fox and everything. And then we moved on to, this was the drawing, you can see here, this is the drawing, and this the, with the line brush, we're using the sticks brush, okay? And discard. And then we ended up doing block coloring, which brought us here from last time. So we're going to finish the remainder here and then move on to the next part of the drawing. So we have plenty of time, and I'm very confident I'll finish this in less than an hour. So if you're new to this channel, quick review, go to the Paintology.com website. Make sure you bookmark that. That has everything you need to learn about digital drawing and also traditional, because I come from a traditional drawing and painting. I've got many artworks on hanging on people's walls, and then I decided to use my technical knowledge to build Paintology and combine that with my artistic ability to bring you Paintology, which relies on art techniques. So just keep that in mind. It's not about using tools. Many of you beginners will think, oh, so what is art technique? Is using a line brush or using that brush or using this tool to create art. Right? That's totally wrong. A misconception. Techniques, let me explain in clear terms, you might know this, is the very techniques developed by the YouTubers, the ones you admire, their artworks, acrylic, oils, whatever, the ones you admire, and they develop this technique, even though they have the same tools. You grab the same exact tools, exact make you have, but you'll never get to their level, and you're wondering why, and then you blame it on the fact that you don't have it, what it takes, you don't have this skill that that guy or she has, and therefore you give up. And majority do give up early, but I'm here to tell you that these techniques now can be learned through the Paintology drawing app. So it's very different from other drawing apps. So don't assume it's just another drawing app. It's not. You'll see that I access less of the tools and I create more of the drawing. I'm actually, if you think that, oh, he doesn't have any knowledge of using tools, far from it. I'm actually 30 years advanced user of Photoshop, and it's a beast. You know, if when I say it's a beast, you will immediately know what I'm talking about. It took me a long time, even though I'm a very competent on computers, it took me a hell of a long time to get used to Photoshop. It was very quirky. The tools were not intuitive, but I'm still very comfortable in it. I don't use Photoshop much, but I use GIMP coupled to my graphics tablet, and I don't use it for drawing. It's digital art for me, or digital drawing, is this manner of drawing, using more of my drawing skills and drawing techniques rather than using those tools. I use it only for like manipulating images, cropping, putting text over images, and maybe doing logos and a few illustrations. It's entirely up to you how you want to go up the path. The people who are do artwork on those machines, PCs, will, will give you advice to go up that path. But if you're a newbie, I recommend you don't go up that path. You try this out first. Develop your art techniques. And because that's the very thing You go to game animator, job, illustrator, they will ask you, do you have any art skills? They will ask you, they don't expect you to develop those skills all of a sudden while in the job. They expect you to have these art skills. These are art skills that I'm showing you. It will propel you to become a good artist and give you a whole range of techniques on top of the digital tools. Just keep that in mind. Digital tools can only go so far, and many of people now are beginning to ask the question, how can I make my digital art look natural? And oddly enough, people think that you have to use the brushes at the end of the drawing after they've made their digital artwork. Well, I say hogwash. You should be using tools manually, painting and drawing from the beginning if you want to look like fine art, yeah? Because people just don't know, and I don't blame them. I shouldn't criticize them, but they just don't know, because they don't know what techniques are, art skills are. They don't know, like they will know how to do simple maths, but they don't know how to do advanced maths, or not even advanced maths, intermediate maths. Yeah, they somehow put a blank, and that's it. They decide that they're no good in maths. So that's the same with art, right? So let me show you that this is not difficult at all. So I'm going to continue doing what I was doing. 12%, 11, see 11%. Did I show you the actual? Yeah, go to daily step-by-step tutorial, and then you'll come to this page and you'll see all the streams that I've done to date, including stream part 2. So bookmark this page, yeah? Bookmark Paintology.com actually. So let's go back to the drawing. I've got this sticks brush, 100%. I'm not even playing with these. These add a whole lot of power. I may use it towards the end, and I'll show you how it's used. And then we go 11, 12%, and then I'm just sticks, and then I'm just using this color picker, right? Just to finish what I started doing using the colors, okay? And then I may want to, so you see this is working out nicely. The brush size is just about right. So I'm picking these colors that have been defined by my outline, so I know the region that I need to get the colors without looking at the drawing, because I've been doing block coloring without the need for these border lines, but it's just a good guide, especially if you're a beginner. I'm not showing this to show off my skills. Some of you might like the fact that they're going to see a nice drawing, and you've come for that purpose, and it's fine. But really, to get maximum benefit out of these tutorials, to do it yourself. Okay, I'm going to do less talking and just speed up my. Let's go through here. Still a big brush by any means, but still it's fine. I'm not worried too much about. I can see that I'm using the outline as a guide of where I should stop, yeah, and where I should pick the colors. Okay, you can see here, but sometimes I occasionally see colors that makes me want to pick the right tone, so I always go to the color picker. This is the color picker. So let's get the forest out the way, and then we'll focus on the fox. So these dark colors, do you see that one there, this little trend, dark colors? And now I picked a different color. So that. It's a lighter color. I'm okay with that. I'm wondering now the next step. I'm thinking ahead as I'm drawing how I'm going to show you, present the next step of the drawing. And it's really fun. You know, it's just do it. Don't be hesitant. Just do it. You'll find it's such a pleasant experience. If you're an Apple user, just borrow the app, an Android phone or something, and just do it. You know, phones are very cheap. You can get it for eBay for next to nothing now, especially second-hand Android phones, because they're always bringing out new phones. And the problem is most people just fall for this marketing hype by these companies, and then you fork out $1,000 and that. It's just ridiculous that power is not, they don't utilize 1% of that power, but they still feel so good owning that phone. Don't know. Me, I'm a power user because I use the phone for this purpose, testing the app, so you can see, you know, if anyone needs to use the latest, it would be me, right? But anyway, that's the way people is. It's the way the world works. So if you've got money, then sure, go ahead. Okay, this is really quickly done here. You see, I'm picking out as I'm drawing. I'm picking out these tones because I've done block coloring without the line guides, but so I can pick out these colors. The line guide helps me to pick the right colors. So it's guiding me, saying, don't pick me, make sure you pick the color picker when you come to my region. Yeah. You don't worry too much about getting the exact colors. All you want. I'm going to check this drawing to see how our drawing's coming along, and before I finish the remainder. Let's see, I've done a good job here. So I'm going to finish up, then do the fox. Leave the fox at the end, why not? So we go here. Just wondering whether I have to use this another brush to do the diffused background, but I'm not still thinking about it. And this color picker there. And then you can see I'm picking a color picker again. So you know you've selected the color picker when the palette opens up. Yeah, that's a clue. So the way color picker works is select the color picker and you're on the top half of the mark, and you're going to get the color that your finger stylus have landed. Notice here this will be whiter, see, because I've landed in this region. It's the tail. Let's see what we've got here. Yeah, pretty good. So now I'm going to just finish this part, because that's not his tail. I think it is his tail, Apparently foxes have a massive tail, don't they? Fluffy tail. Pretty sure that's his tail. Let's just do that. And if you want to, you can use the... Just do that. The more you do, the more you color, the more you get to closer to the finished drawing, yeah? Because that's all it is, isn't it? So here I can see a little bit of area that I haven't touched. And then perhaps this bit of area that I have not touched. And then here, can you see that? That's an area that I have not touched. Okay, so that's where we are. Just the only thing missing is, let's just carry on and doing this smaller. Let's take it down by 2% to do these little areas. Now, yeah, I'm comfortable with that. Just make sure. Right, just do it rapidly, rapid drawing, rapid coloring. Color picker, don't even think. Color picker. Right, just get these down. Like, these will give the impression that this is part of the forest, but it's nowhere near there at the moment, right? But we're going to get there. And pick the color picker there. Color picker, color picker, color picker, color picker, color picker, color picker, color picker. Let's see if we've got areas that we haven't picked. See that? So this is... Then I think we saw another... See all these areas that we haven't... This is exactly like... I'm going to put it exactly like... This is exactly like traditional artists do it. They lay down the first flat tones, you can call it that. You think you've covered everything, but so much. These little... So that's great, right? So now we got to get to there. Okay, that's going to be very interesting, and I'm thinking how we're going to do that. And I have a good idea. I have a good idea, actually. And so what I'm going to do is do the background now. I'm going to save this. Okay, I'm going to save it. And then open it up again, because this is a prototype app which my developer, a lot of my developers have told me to always do, you know. So this is our reference image, and we're going to get there. So we got to really dig deep and find our art techniques to get to that next level, yeah, so how are we going to do that? Well, I've got an idea. You see how the camera works? There's a focal image, a focal point where the fox is, and you can see under where this fox treads. It's quite sharp, and everywhere else is just dimmed and diffused, isn't it? So we got quite a bit of diffusion going on at the back, and more diffusion, and then towards the flowery side here, you can see it's a little less diffused. So let me do some experimentation. Normally I would continue to, now we've got a good 8 size. Normally I would switch to the shade brush for this, but this time I'm going to experiment with you guys, so you'll be the first to see this. Let me go to 50% of the density and see what happens. I've got my drawing all the way to my end. I've got 8%, still sticking to the same brush. I'm going to pick a color that's adjacent to that. And just, right, do you see what I'm doing? I'm picking these colors and just trying to blend it. I don't think that's working, so I'm going to bring it down even 25%. Not worry about the hardness. Okay, and see if I can get away with doing. So it's the first. Let's see if anything happens, especially around the edges. Right, do you see anything going on there? I don't think it's working as well as I thought. So I'm going to have to bring that 50% and bring this down. Let's try this, 40%. Let's see what happens with this hardness. No, that's just too harsh. So that's not doing anything, the hardness. So I'm not getting a good feel of what this particular brush is doing. So let me usually this is the way I work. I bring both down together, and let's see if we can create that diffused look. That seems to be doing a bit better together, jointly. Let's bring it down even more, 30%. Let's see if we can just a circular strokes. All right, just some circular strokes, because we're trying to take that tree line all the way back, to look as though it's diffused. And I believe I need to increase that a little bit. Let's see if that's working. All right, see what I'm doing? Just basically blending away these. This is something different that I haven't done before. Well, I have, but not usually. I just switch to the shade brush, and I want to do something different. If you don't do something different, you're not going to get. The reason I experiment and do things different is because of why I'm here, creating these techniques that you can enjoy. Right, does that diffuse back? It has, sort of. Yeah. Sort of feel it has diffused. Right there. So I'm picking this black color just to give you an example, and then diffusing these choppy black around the edges. I'm targeting mainly the edges. See that? That almost feels like it's somehow been pushed to the back, isn't it? Don't you think? Yeah, seems to be working. There. It's a little different to what I do usually, but let's get a close up. Right, diffuse that. Just diffusing it back. Don't be shy to experiment, okay? It just feels like it's somehow pushed to the far distance. Let's see what we... Let's take that up a little bit. 35, 40 maybe. So I'm working both of them in unison because I don't have a good handle. Honestly, the only time I had a good handle on this was when I was doing drawings on big tablets, you know, like TV actually, 32-inch. 32-inch drawing. You might see them in my videos. You will see them actually if you look for it. We don't know what this is going to look like, but it's worth trying, isn't it? Alright, so pick the colors. I usually pick the dark color, adjacent dark color, and let's just blend it to the other region. And then if I do feel that the whiter color, let's pick that. Let's see what that looks like. Actually taken that forest back, isn't it? We have taken it back, right? Which is great. That's what we needed to do. Right? And then let's see. Got a much... So we got a much smoother area here. Done that. Then pick any color that you think you might need. Just add this illusion of distance. Yeah, I think that's worked. Right there. I can pick colors from the color picker as well, isn't it? So you got some of that diffused back. Let's see if we can do the same thing here. Right there. And pick this, yeah. Let's pick that. Diffuse it. See how I'm diffusing these colors. Right there. Then what have we got here? We picked the wrong color actually. There's more of this lighter color in this region, so it's fine. Just working our way to the same thing, okay? That's all we're doing. There, can you see it? There, so these are like flowers. The sprite. Let's take it up a bit here, okay? Just to see what goes on here. You know, make these flowers a bit alive. And then we can say that we're looking at a different range of objects now, which are much more closer to the fox. Got a tad more details. See that? It's got a tad more details, so you can see some of the lines. Right, so we're going to do that, and then maybe create those branches. And first, we're just diffusing it. Create those flowers. And we're just diffusing the area, and then we can perhaps bring that flower come alive. But we need a little tiny brush. Okay, so we could do darker, not a tiny brush, look, right, giving the illusion. Look, that blossom up there, right there, giving the illusion of flowers. And then let's go really dark. As we get closer, you can see these things are getting more prominent. Right, these things, because it's almost the same level as the fox. And then bring these right. This is working, isn't it? Now you can see how all this is coming together, isn't it? Okay. Right there. You can see it looks like these trees are far set back. Right. Now we can use combination of the density and hardness. It's a little bit more of a complex drawing than I would get you to do. But just to show you that we have a lot of things under our control. You don't have to say, oh, I need this brush to do this blending. Yeah, or I need this tool. Just not the case. We don't know what these marks are, right? We can pick any combination of colors, add to the interest. Okay, we really have to work fast if I'm going to finish this. That's alright, I'm not really too worried about it. You shouldn't be. Okay, so really go quickly on this. And then we need to bring some of that so this is at the same level. So that's all I'm doing. There. Leaving the fox at the end, yeah? So using a more of a denser setting. That's 6340. So I want to see how much control and techniques I can apply with these settings, yeah? Alright, so now I'm going to just take some of this little spottiness out here. Okay, now let's see what we have. It's a little more. So we can go back here, take it down, and do this foreground right here. Okay. Diffuse it out. Okay. So you got that for 40%, which is all right. So it seems like that this foreground is a little diffused. Let's put this here. Right there. Giving the impression. Let's take it down a little bit. Okay. See that? We sort of somehow got it. You can see what I'm trying to do. Is trying to diffuse this area and bring. See what I'm doing? There, can you see it? I'm trying to bring out this perspective, you see? So give me a second. I'm just going to pause for 1 second. Hello, I'm back and carry on what we're. So let's see what we have here. Go away, yeah. So you can see this is what we got. And we've done pretty well. We've got like 15-20 minutes. So I think what I'm going to do now, can you see how we got obtained the perspective all the way back to the front? And then we can keep touching it up, but I think I'm going to focus on the fox now. So I'm going to do what my developer has told me. Open it up again. And I'm going to now focus on the fox. So how are we going to do this? Again, sticking to the same brush, I'm going to take this to 75 and use block coloring. So let's try that, see what happens. Okay. Okay, it's a little too big. So I'm going to take it down to 5%. So you can follow along, to what I'm doing. Just going to go put these dark tones, all the tones that I can see here. And then there's a light tone here, you can see that. And there's a dark tone here. And I'm following the strokes of the fur. I think I'm going to take that down a bit even more, 4%. Just going to go quickly. And I want to show you what it looks like. So I pick the color picker close to the vicinity and then just make these strokes. If it works, it works. And I know it will work because I've done this fox in this method. Not this exact fox, of course. Okay, and do his other side of the tree, and then let's take a look at it. See if we're getting close to what we want, isn't it? Okay, so check out the drawing, see what it looks like. Yeah. This fox, yeah, it's coming along. You can expect that to be at the beginning. Remember, this is a drawing process. Don't think that you're going to get it right away. And most people think they don't get it right away. They don't have it in them. They're not going to bother to learn. It's entirely up to you, but I think you regret it when you get older. Why didn't you bother to learn? Why make excuses? A lot of people do make excuses. But how can you make excuses when you can enjoy the whole process of drawing like I'm doing? So let's just go really quickly because I've got about 10 minutes, but that should be fine. I'm going to take it down a little bit. Second, then I can pick the different tones. really going quickly. It's the same technique we started off. Okay, nothing different except that we zoomed in a bit. Alright, so here. And then I'm going to increase that a little bit more because I'm in a dark area and I don't want to spend too many strokes doing this. Just want to finish this quickly. Right, so I get the exact tones quickly. The Styx brush is an interesting brush, isn't it? There. Look at that dark tone. There. Let's grab these dark tones, yeah? And get them out the way. That was really the whole basis of our painting, to pick out these tones. This really is now bringing my drawing skills into play here. This, you can see, pick the tones. So we may adopt something different. So you've got that getting there, isn't it? Like that. And then let's pick the brush size so we can go over it quickly, yeah, first. Right, the first pass, and then we can refine it. See these colors? The fox, following exactly the same method that I've used in the early block coloring. So you see that here? Pick the light tone and just go in between. Alright, so going through here. See how I follow the strokes, the direction, you see, I always keep that thing I've learned over drawing. Okay, let's see what we've got here. It's an improvement, isn't it? Now we can do this side. On the left side, you may think it's white, but it's not. You'll be quite surprised what color that is. You know, that's the beauty of painting and drawing. Let's see what we got. That's melding in slowly, this fox, isn't it? So let's do this. How much time are we doing? We're doing well. I'm not too fussed about the time. I think we're going to get this drawing down to what we want. This is the back. This is the foliage through between his legs. Yeah. Okay, so we've got a good thing going on here, and now all we have to do is clean up. We've done the background, we've done more of the foreground. Now we're going to clean up the whole thing. Let me save, and I'll show you how quick we can clean up. So I've got that. I'm going to clean it up really quickly. So I've got a 6%. I'm going to take it to 4, maybe 4.5%. And then let's stick to 80% on both. So the reason is I'm not really confident as to what these two brushes are doing. So I'm just gonna take the opportunity of tidying up. That's all I'm doing, tidying up with the color picker. All right, so get rid of some of these marks. All right, there. See all these white marks? Just get rid of it. And then here you can go between your drawing and then the halfway mark, okay? There, that's it. So you'll know exactly what. So always just finding the little areas that are missed. All right, so you can do that. And check the areas. And then just go, there you see. See how I have it? See all those areas? Just tidy up. Each time you go over, you get better and better at this. See that? See that where the lines are? I've got to cover that up. See that? There. So you just want to cover these areas. See over his eyes there, which we missed, and just go over it. Go over it again. It'll improve it a lot, I guarantee. Just go over it. Not that, just go over it. There. See, this cleans it up a lot. See that? There. Just go over it a couple of times and you're done. So you can see here we've missed this areas. Just go over there. So this is really expanding your knowledge of tones. Alright, there, pick the color, just go over it. Not even here. You go over it again. You're getting rid of these ugly white tones that you left behind in the drawing. There. And you'll be surprised with how it looks. I almost get a feeling that it's going to look pretty good. Because we're now covering the area. This really helps you. You can go stay within your. So not how that drawing is coming alive. Now we have to just get these. Okay, we're going to go over a little bit, but that's all right. Now let's look at that. Let's try and bring that down and get that tail working. So we can flick between. Let's go up here. Get that, the colors. Get a bit of a tonal range going on. Right, the blending of his tail. Right there. Yes. While we're at it, we can also blend these bits, yeah? Yes, they don't look, the white parts don't look a little bit ugly, isn't it? Right, let's see. It's looking good. I think the only part is this bit here as well. Let's see what's happening. Let's see if we can blend this. Little tired brush. Alright, so just blend it. Alright, going. Right there. And then we've got to do his face much better than what it is, right? Let's blend these back. Right there. Got these colors. Just blending. I don't expect you to get this in one go. You know, I'm working really fast. Tried something different. And when you try something different, you learn something. Yeah? You don't try anything, you're not going to learn anything. Let's see. Alright, so it's still blending because you've still got the density settings. Look, 40, almost 50%. Let's see where we are. Almost there, isn't it? Alright, so you pick something that works, yeah? That's it. Then all we need is, let's get that brush size. Let's put some bit more, it's a little bit of colors. Let's add these colors. Blend it out a bit more. Yeah, let's put some of this red there. Why not? No. So now I'm happy with that. Okay, I think you should be also. And now let's see that. This one is not coming out nicely. Let's blend that. Pick a dark color. Yeah, and then pick a dark color here to give it a little bit more depth. Isn't it? If we have time, we can go over this. But we just want to create this. So now I'm going to save it again and just touch it up and just finish it. Okay, we've overstepped the timeline, but that's not a problem, is it? I mean, it's only 10 minutes. So let's go back, finish this drawing. This one, you can see this guy needs to be improved a lot, isn't it? So I'm going to take it down to 1%. Take that up there to 80-90%, almost 90. Then let's use this, tidy him up. I'm almost thinking I should perhaps was thinking that I should perhaps move to the line brush, but I'm reluctant to do that because I think we can finish this nicely. with this brush size we have. Just want to make him a little bit more detailed, so I hope you don't mind me, just because you're learning, isn't it? It's a tiny brush, just picking out his details. Yeah, I can see there. Right, just a little bit of this white. So I want to get some of this. Let's see if we can get these colors down and take away those. Right there. Because it's not completely white, is he? I mean, there's none of that white patches. That's what I meant. Then here. So notice what I'm doing here, yeah? That's to get that menacing eyes there. So actually the brush is alright for but for details a little bit hard, it's more challenging. That's why the line brush might work better for this. But still we can get away with this, okay? Don't worry about it. Let's see if we've managed to pull this guy off. Yes, isn't it so much better, isn't it? Eh? So now it's looking like, now what we can do is we can see some of that. Let's see. You can see some of that diffused area. So I'm going to soften it up a little bit. So this is where I go down and take that up 9% maybe, and then pick this color and then just soften it. Pick a light color, soften it, make it look real, like it's not blocky. Like it's not been done by art, yeah? Well, let's soften this. See what I mean by softening it? I'm picking the colors and just pick these colors and really take it down. Let's take it 20% so we have control. Ooh, did you see that? I don't know what happened there. That's a big... Take this color and then this black color and this soften it. Okay. And then look at his side there. Can you see it? And here's So we can take it and take some of that black, lift it up, then take some of this black, just soften around the edges, and then his black there, can you see it? Take and give it a bit more form and shape. So you can always improve on it. Remember what I was telling you, that you can make, this is our drawing now, you can make a drawing to be looking photorealistic. Well, this is just an example. Look, we got his, definitely got his thing down. Let's see if we check what we have here. See these lovely, see that lovely tone? Let's try and see if we can create that tone of his muscular tone. So anywhere you think could be improved with this brush. Yeah, it's definitely looking menacing, isn't it? And then maybe you want to take that up a little bit. There. Give this guy as though he's not pruned. He's just came from behind those trees, wondering who you are and keeping his territory safe, you know? Maybe he's got little babies at the back, who knows? Because they usually come and do that, isn't it? So here, just pick colors from your own drawing and just, you could take it up and take it down and add more contrast, higher density, right? Watch how it creates the density here. Look there, can you see it? That creates more dense, like more harder setting, right? So it gives the impression that these white tones that we have can now come out. Right, those little bits. See how you can take this drawing so far? So too big. You can pick colors. And look at that drawing, look at that. These are really sharp. Right there. Right. And don't use it sparingly. And then let's pick a darker color. It looks like it's really sitting on the, it's really standing its ground, isn't it? And look at that. Can some sticks, perhaps? Right? We don't know, right? Could be sticks, or it could be all these insects there. Right there. pick the colors you want, take it up. So it's a plant there. Right. Look at that, how wonderfully we've done that. So take it down when you're going back. I'm trying to tackle this bit here and I take it back. Got a sense of like it's just come out from that background. And then you can see here it's not diffused. So just diffuse it. Right, don't know what you think. I think it's turned out quite nicely, except for his beard. He looks like a short, stubby beard going on here. See that? We're going to fix that. So how do we do that? Let's keep it at so we have more control over the drawing. Let's bring it here. And then just use the block coloring. Actually, we might need to take it down. It's alright, isn't it? Then we have this sort of color here, and then this color here. Let's see how he looks. Yep, definitely got that menacing look, isn't it? I think we managed to achieve that. Get out of my way, mate. Don't come near me. I've got all my babies at the back of the forest. So I really hope you enjoyed that. Let me sign it. Just to show you what's possible. Techniques, right? It's all about techniques. So I pick out one of the light tones here. That didn't work, so I need to take that out. It's a little too... Paintology. So I really hope you've enjoyed that. And I look forward to another good drawing, isn't it? Tomorrow, perhaps. And if you have any subject... Oh, yeah, to remind you that I will be judging some of your block coloring drawings and awarding $10 gift tokens. I think I'll create several gift tokens for that. So please do post them in community and get into drawing and as much as I love drawing, and I hope you'll enjoy the same satisfaction as I do when I make these drawings. You know, all the way from start to finish. No layers, no special digital tools, just the pure techniques of digital art done in the traditional manner, because in the traditional they understand core skills, fundamentals. So I do hope to see you again soon. Please don't forget to subscribe and wait to hear from you. If you have any ideas for drawings, do let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching, and please do give feedback. Thank you. Bye.